Hey everybody, and welcome to the final episode of the year. Merry Christmas, guys. How are you?
Happy Hanukkah.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Fernando's
No.
got his Christmas tree up behind him.
Yeah. I should have tilted a little bit the camera so it's not showing that we have a star.
That's it.
Look,
His
he didn't know there wasn't a star because he's not in his house.
No. He's got his bushy erection behind with his balls hanging from it.
God.
Could
Come
have
on.
at least lit the
Holy
Christmas tree up like the 4th of July.
It's not an episode if we haven't got Fernando laughing in the first few minutes. So there we go.
True.
Hey.
I didn't think I'd hear Gary say balls so early, but
Well, it's not exactly a rude word.
Hey,
Well,
question
depending
to you,
on how
Fernando.
you're using it, that is. Anyway.
How many days are left till Christmas?
Oh, come on.
I don't even know what day is today. The
It's-
6th?
Yeah.
The 6th? Yeah.
19
Christmas Eve,
days, so
24?
Yeah. So how many days is that?
Oh, you're trying to make me do math. I see what it is.
No.
19.
19 is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fernando, why does it still say you've got
19.
23 days to Christmas?
Oh, them blocks hasn't been updated yet in a couple of days.
Told you it wasn't his house.
I mean, honestly, at first, I was like, what in the world are you talking about?
Observing.
But yeah, I see it. Wow.
Well, I thought, seeing as that we've had such a big year this year, we'd just sort of look back over the last, well, probably 12, 18 months or whatever it is, and just have a look at some of our episodes and get your take on what some of your favourites and least favourites and most memorable moments. So, Fernando's been hectically having a flicky through our back catalogue to refresh himself. So, we'll start with Fernando. What's one of your highlights of the year?
Jeez, man, you just finished saying that I was refreshing my mind, and I'm the first one to go.
Well,
That
you're the
is-
freshest.
Well, actually,
That sounds wrong.
that's pretty simple for me. My favorite episode was the one that we recorded with Barry Fitzgerald.
Yep.
Because I'm the type of guy that I don't really give a crap if I see a celebrity. I'm like, oh, hey, okay, whatever. But I don't know. I was a little like
Starstruck.
thrown back with Barry. I was like, oh my god, Barry.
He had some good stories to tell us as well. That one about Lep Castle and some of his
Yeah,
adventures
man.
with,
Yeah.
well, not his adventures with Ghost, with GHI, not the other one.
And out of all the episodes that I've recorded with you guys, that one was very. That is the the best interview there. But something happened to me that day. I think I told you during that interview, and then I was like, "Oh shit! Why this one out of all the times?" I sneezed.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
I sneezed and it's just a bunch of stuff right on my shoulder, and then the whole interview I'm like trying to block it because you can see I'm like, out of all the episodes, man.
So, for anybody who wants to see that, because I didn't edit it out, go back and look at the Barry Fitzgerald episode and you will see some Fernando boogers floating around on his top.
Little bug Nandos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That was a really good one, actually. Barry is fantastic, and he's wanting to come back on, so we'll have him back on again soon. Hopefully Jeremy can be there for it this time.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully I'm on this one because for some reason I get left out of guest shows. I think it's Fernando pushing me out.
No, you know what it is?
I would
It's-
never.
No. It's unfortunately your work schedule and the time difference with everybody. That's the problem.
Yeah, it makes it hard.
It's
I
not.
think every live guest except for Demarest I've had work.
Yeah.
Damn, that was way but actually for me it was 2 o'clock in the morning, right? It was
here
like
we
2
go.
a.m.
I made it at 2 a.m. and you didn't. Yeah, just throw me under the bus. Wow.
I didn't mean it like that, I swear.
Thought we're
shit.
friends, man.
Oh,
But yeah, no, honestly, like if I was in Florida during that time, I don't think I would have been able to make it either.
no.
Nah.
What about you, Jeremy? What's one of your favorites?
There's a couple, but I think it'd have to be one of our most recent ones. Got a soft spot for these people in our heart. But the one with Forsaken Souls that we've just recently done,
Yep.
that was a really good one. Such an amazing person.
Or both of them, yeah.
Yeah, both of them, yeah.
Speaking of which, we
Loren and
yeah.
John Neff for sure.
Amazing people, and it's always good to talk with them.
yeah,
and John is just a character. All,
Yeah.
you know,
just
he
to
freaking,
just to fill
he's
everybody,
hilarious.
just to fill everybody in. We usually talk for quite a bit before we do one of these shows, and then when we get into the show, we love it that much that after the show, we'll still be talking for ages, and then Jeremy, Fernando, and John end up going into some games, and then they end up gaming for another several hours after that. So, you know, these shows could technically go for like 2 days.
Hey,
He's in the cupboard.
I have an episode of us. It's actually on YouTube of us gaming Phasmophobia, and it's a ghost hunting game. Just in case, if for you guys that don't know what Phasmophobia is, it's a ghost hunting game.
The jump scares.
Oh my god, that was the funniest freaking thing.
I think we should get Gary. We'll get Gary that game.
Yeah,
Man,
I don't mind. I wouldn't
need
mind.
to definitely upgrade my PC before it needs some major upgrade.
But the like going off topic a bit, the funniest bit was because John was using VR, he went to put his vape down, and because he's got the VR goggles on, he's going to put his vape down on the counter that's in front of him. But that's VR, so he's just dropped it straight on the floor. We heard this thud, we're like, what was that? He's like, oh man.
Oh, it doesn't work with this microphone. Oh yeah, no, they're really good. They're really we've had
Great
some
people.
really good ones. I mean, we've had a lot of guests on over the last 12 months. You know, I mean,
I'm absolutely flabbergasted about some of the names that we've had on, considering how small we really are.
oh, we are. We're only a small one, but we love what we do. So,
But it's just that
yeah.
that connection that we have for people and that positivity that obviously is around our name, that they're like, yeah, you know what, we'll come on there.
yeah. I mean,
Obviously that comes with friendships that have been made previous to us having this podcast, but a lot of them are new ones as well.
it's not just that. I mean, we've got so many people that have said, yeah, they want to come back on again, and obviously we're setting it all up now. We did one. Well, I did one because both of you guys were actually unavailable on this day, and that's with the Soul Sisters paranormal team from Rhode Island in New York, and they're going to be back on, you know, and we love those girls, and you guys are going to be in the next one, so I'll probably stuff myself in the foot because we're actually recording that one this weekend, so I don't know which order they're going to come out with. So yes, you were in the last episode as well, so I've covered both bases there. But you know, and the funny thing is, one of the girls there, she actually spent a couple of years here in Perth, so there's that connection as well, which ties in. And no, they're just fantastic girls. But when you talk about big names now, I can't single people out just because of the fact we've had so many big names in. But one that did take me quite a while with scheduling and things like that was the Ben Hansen interview. Now Ben, he is a sensational guy, and we had a really good chat, and we got to record some of it, but obviously the connection wasn't the best. But what was in that interview was pretty good and pretty special because we finally did get there, you know. But yeah, I think it's fantastic. He's actually, his show Fact or Fake Paranormal Case Files is one that actually got Josh, my son, interested because he loved the fact that they would try and discount or, you know, debunk certain things and then try to reproduce things, and he loved that. So me and my son ended up watching a lot of these shows together, and that's what I like about his credibility coming from the FBI and stuff like that. He does everything in a very real manner, and if you watch the interview, you can hear that in him as well. He's very sincere about what he does and passionate about what he does as well. So that was it was a highlight for me, but it's not, you know what I mean? I can't single any person out because we've got so many good people on, but that one just took, because of scheduling issues with him filming and whatever, it took a long while to get that one lined up. And it's the same with we've got Brandon Fugel, who's going to come on, who's the owner of Skinwalker Ranch.
I can't wait for that.
That one, he agreed some time ago, but we just keep getting bounced back. I mean, and partly because it's TV show about Skinwalker Ranch that's out there at the moment. They're in the 5th season or something like that now. It's going great guns, and it's really, as well as all of his other businesses on the side, it's absolutely keeping him flat out, you know. And we'll certainly make sure he's got his Mountain Dew ready for him.
I honestly would have thought that you would have popped up with Graham Phillips as your episode. That
Graham Phillips is another one, and he's going to come back
I know
on
how
as well.
much. Yeah.
I remember, and this is going back to Art Bell days. Well, probably not Art Bell days, but Art Bell's show, Midnight in the Desert, when he handed the reins over to Heather Wade. She did it for a while, and then it was handed over to Dave Schrader. Now, Dave Schrader, who's been in a few TV shows as well, he interviewed Graham Phillips, and that was a 4-hour show that was on 5 nights a week, and I'd listen to it when I was at work, and Graham Phillips spoke for 4 hours solid about some of the stuff that he's investigated, and I pretty much didn't get any work done that day. I was just enthralled in it. And I said, right from there, I'm reaching out to this guy and I'm going to see if he wants to come on. And he said he would love to. He's just waiting for his next book to come out. And when the book came out, that Strange Fate, we were the very first interview in the world that he did, and he even says that in the interview. So if you go back and look at that Graham Phillips interview, that was brilliant. And he's going to come back on. He's actually got another book out now. He's still
going to be the first.
I think he might have already done a couple on this new one. I don't know. I'll have to actually have a word with him, because he still does some stuff on the Wapper page. You see him pop up from time to time. But he's still doing this publicity thing because of the story about Strange Fate, the book. It's all about this Biddulph Grange thing, and it goes back to occult practices in the 1800s and the early 1900s and things like that. But they're still doing lots of tours of that place, and they're still finding new and hidden areas in this whole estate, this country estate in the UK. And that's keeping him actually quite busy. But he's written this other book about a unknown civilization that's been found off the north coast of Scotland. And
Anunnaki.
It's really interesting stuff. It's really interesting stuff. So I'll reach out to him and see if we can get him on early in the new year, because I know he said he's got no problem coming on, because he absolutely loved it. And he actually said he'll go through some of the other books, which we didn't get a chance to go through when I was speaking with him. And he's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, wow. Actually, me just thinking about it right now, we did have a lot of guests.
I think
very notable guests.
Well, Joe
Ray
Frankie
Doherty was definitely up there.
Who's that?
Ray Doherty.
Yep, Ray Doherty.
That episode was amazing.
That to date is our biggest episode, and it is still kicking over. I think it's just hit 5,200 views.
5.1 thousand from what I can see anyway.
Yeah, I get the latest figures popping up, and I think we've just hit 5.2, but you know what it's like.
I think we have to reach out and see if he wants to do a part 2.
He does. I've already spoken to him. We were trying to arrange it before Christmas, but he did have a couple of dates. He said if we can record on this date, but unfortunately I wasn't available, so we're going to get that going as well, because he's got a new book coming out as well, which he spoke about in that interview, about different stories they've gathered about Yowie sightings in and around Australia. And this is not so much the scientific stuff. This is the creepy campfire type stories. And I said, we've got to hear about that now. He was co-writing that with somebody else.
Are we writing a book now as well?
Jeez, I can't.
Everyone else seems to be.
Because things in here got to get out.
But Fernando's book is going to be 63 pages with 3 pages of writing.
Yeah, pretty colors everywhere else.
Oh man, the pop-up pictures.
I'm not even joking. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Open it up and it's our faces.
Yeah, shut it real quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
We've had some awesome. I actually, there's a lot of guests that I can't even think off the top of my head. You know, I mean, we go back to some that we probably wouldn't mention again, which he's already been mentioned in this one already.
Just to throw it out there, I spoke with Ray also, and he's wanting to spread the word on the history of American football in Australia.
Yep.
And he's, I just need to give a shout out for that, because I did say that I would help him out with it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting.
But I used to play. I used to play.
Me too.
I was left guard. Sometimes left tackle, but mainly left guard.
Fernando played bench warmer or water boy.
Nah, actually quarterback. I had an arm before my car accident. I had a good arm. Unfortunately,
there's always I had a butt. There's always a butt.
Yeah.
My son was quarterback on the junior team because I used to play for the Perth Blitz, and Josh was the quarterback on the Perth Blitz junior team. He had a good arm on him as well. So, but I guess like most people, knee injuries. That's what took me out.
But yeah. Shout out to Ray, and also another episode because I did meet this person at a location. I will not disclose, but Joe Frankie was another one.
Yeah.
Pretty. Yeah, he's amazing. I actually learned. I always say that within the paranormal field, I don't understand why there's so much cutthroat and trying to knock people out when we could all learn from each other. Because I've been investigating for over 20 years, and I learned something with Joe Frankie, and I actually used it the last time I went to Kings Park, and I feel with the experience that happened that day, I feel like I did help this entity. Anna, I think I've spoken to you guys about this.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, do you want to tell everybody who hasn't heard of Joe Frankie? You all should have, because you've all watching the show. How is he connected to some very famous people in the paranormal field?
Very.
Well, Joe Frankie is connected. Joe Frankie is connected. I would say, I don't think there's like a tier.
Oh, there is.
I mean,
there is.
But I would say he's up there. I mean, I don't want to, make anybody feel like, they're like nothing. But Joe Frankie, I mean, come on, like
he's
with
waffling.
his experiences
You're
and
waffling,
from where
dude.
he came from.
Dude, you are waffling. He is connected to Ed and Lorraine Warren. Just go there.
Royalty.
Oh no, but that is just keeping the people, interested. Like, come on, say it.
Well, I did. There you go. Just say it.
He's there. I mean, he's up there. Like, he's the top. He's up there.
I guarantee you, when Fernando had to write an essay, there was ifs, ands, buts, when, who, why, and it would have been like Bill words with about one paragraph.
No.
So there goes that book idea.
I am pretty
we
good.
Just talking about.
I have a lot of articles out there, and I'm pretty good with writing. Sorry, sir.
Cool. I want you to write a book.
There you go.
I will.
I will.
And I'll put a side note just for Jeremy. I told you.
But just to give everybody an idea of how good these relationships we are building with some of these people are, Joe Frankie, who is he was very well connected with Ed and Lorraine Warren. So you've got all of that history and everything there, but he is a man. He's a top bloke in the paranormal field in his own right, because he just does everything the right way, and he's offered his services to WAPR with some of our cases that we've got on. But that's the kind of guy he is. He's not one of these people where our stuff is our stuff, their stuff is their stuff, we're all competing. No, it's all about getting the answers together. And I know it's a funny thing when people talk about para unity and stuff, and we do believe in that. But
You have to.
But as all three of us know, there are people out there that do try to take advantage of that and project themselves into the limelight, and they don't care who they step on to do it. Now, that's not what this show is all about. That's not what this show is all about. But he is a true gentleman in the paranormal, and he feels the exact same way we do. As do Jackson, John, and several others. The girls from Soul Sisters. There are so many teams out there that are happy to do this, and I just think it's really nice. And we do have some very good connections around the world, and we're happy to keep building them. So there's a lot of shows for people to go back and have a look at. But Fernando, what's another one that's of memorable note to yourself?
You know what? I would have to say that I had a good time recording. Which one was it with the video game?
Oh, Polybius.
There you go. Yes. Sorry. I was thinking about something else, but it was a very interesting, that whole thing. I mean, I didn't really speak on it too much because I didn't really know about it, but the way you, Gary, the way you interpreted everything, it was pretty interesting. It was kind of,
You know what the funny thing is? That
Men in Black kind of thing.
Yeah.
On.
You know what the funny thing is, though? Every now and then I see the splash screen, which is part of our thumbnail for that video. That actually pops up all over the bloody place now, and I don't know if the powers that be are now starting Polybius number 2. I just don't know, because this is the game that nobody's heard of except for those that have. Makes sense. Yeah. But it's a definite cult. It's a definite cult thing, and it's one of those old Vector games from the 1980s and stuff. And yeah, that's a good one to go back and watch as well if you haven't seen it. That's some conspiracy stuff right there.
Conspiracy stuff I have to put up there with the Simpsons episode we did with the Simpsons conspiracies. That was great.
That
was so much fun. And
and when we say that was so much fun, like, yes, you get the whole 42 minutes of what it was, but I can tell you right now it was like 2 hours of stuff that we had going on with the laughs that people don't get to see.
No, I do have to cut a lot down because we do go off the rails quite a bit.
It's not even that, it's the pre and the post talking from the podcast. It's just, we're not just on here going, here's our recording, see you later.
No,
there's always a chat beforehand, there's laughs, and then it's just like, I don't know, it's not like a job.
For sure. I mean, like, for example, today, especially with the whole hour change, I have to wake up like super early just to jump on with you guys on these Fridays. But my Fridays mornings are great. I just need coffee.
Yeah, it's funny because this is another guest that we're going to talk about that unfortunately Jeremy wasn't there for, and that's Linda from the Hill House Manor. And we got talking with her and got, because there's a bit getting everything set up before we actually press the record button. And she started spilling this story about what was going on, and we were so enthralled. And then I realized, oh crap, I hadn't pressed record because we hadn't actually officially started. So I said, okay, pause, I'm going to press record, and we're going to do that all again. It's never the same when you have to redo it. No. So what I do now is I will press record before we start, and the amount of crap that I've got to cut off because these two fellas here are absolutely crazy. And
me? No.
No,
Oh.
man, not crazy. I would say friendly.
Crazy in the friendliest, nicest way. Let's put it like that.
I'm as serious as a stroke.
But for every we made a conscious decision to go to a 30-minute video some time back. We
I
thought
think
that
we screwed up.
we went with we thought that would be a good format for everybody, so we weren't boring people. But they're creeping up and they're creeping up and creeping up back to the hour
That's
sort of mark.
progression. That's what you want. That's progression.
It's
Because rather than having junk for an hour and going, shit, we only got 15 minutes of good salvageable stuff, it's like, hang on, we can get a whole hour and a half of salvageable things. Bring it back down to about 45 minutes.
that takes me back
it's just
to
like-
that takes me back to episode 1.
Yeah, that was like 8 minutes we got though.
We recorded for over an hour, and we thought it was the duck's nuts until we played it back, and there was giggles, there was swearing, there was not big gaps, but there were gaps here while we were too busy trying to work out what to say next because somebody'd sworn or by the time I'd compressed it, put it all together, it was a 29-minute episode. We cut over half out from swearing and all this other stuff, so we are slowly learning to try and temper it, even though these two have started a swear jar up for me, which apparently is now going to get the
Oh,
rebuild.
look, we could just about buy plane tickets to see Fernando.
Oh my god, my guy, man, you're like a brother to me. Before you said that idea just popped up. Yeah, we're gonna use the stray jar money just to get me a flight to go out there.
No, we're talking
Oh my
about us two
God.
coming over there, not you coming here. But that would be good as well.
I mean,
twice by now.
Between Jeremy and I, there's gonna be enough. There's gonna be enough.
Yes.
Throw me under the bus, man.
I mean, yeah, I have to throw you up there first. I mean, jeez.
All
I
right.
thought we're going to Gary. All right.
So we've tried a few different things this year. We've tried. Well, obviously, we tried reducing the format to a half-hour episode, and that's pretty good. We've tried breaking it down into different topics. We've branched out from just like paranormal stuff. We've gone into conspiracies and all sorts. I mean, just look through the catalog. There is all sorts of cool stuff there. But we've done live streams. We did some live streaming, and we had some guests on. We tried a quiz night, which didn't really go as according to plan, but we will try that again.
That one.
Yeah, we'll try that one again. We've tried doing the campfire stories, which there's one video. I've got to do some more of those. And we've started doing a few of these reaction videos. We're just trying to give a wide variety of different types of content. So we're hoping that there's stuff there that appeals to everybody. So if you let us know in the comments what your favorite stuff is, we will make sure that we definitely put some of that out there. But
Serial killers.
yeah. Oh, well, we have to have a word with Fernando about that, because there's a specific show that was mentioned, and Fernando knows exactly where I'm going. That we have been waiting. How long have we been waiting now? We've been waiting for a while. But that will be a kickstart.
Unfortunately,
That will be a kickstart.
that will come soon enough. Hopefully sooner than later. But that is coming. She is very interested in doing that podcast. It's just a lot going on over here.
Scheduling, yes. And
I do have someone interested though in to come on and speak more about the Dyatlov Pass. He knows a lot more than what we had projected, and he is like a sleuth with that sort of stuff.
And that's another interesting story. That the Dyatlov Pass video. Go down and have a look at that one. That is
Because
real. It's
look,
documented. There's historically, legitimately documented.
we didn't even take a band-aid off. We got halfway there and went, nope, it's too much at the moment. The amount that we touched on.
There's a lot there. There's a lot there.
You could, if we were to sit down and over a week or 2 weeks and analyze all the information that we have, we could have a 3-hour show just on that.
And still not get you anywhere close to knowing what's going on.
And that is how, I know, it's just, and there's people are finding new stuff, or looking at it in new light. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I think 2025 is gonna be a good year for us because
Yes.
there's just we're trying new things. Also, we're trying to get these amazing people back on, and just different ideas. Because I remember that we started talking about locations where we've been, and we spoke about the locations. You guys spoke about. I remember you guys spoke about. Was it Albany?
Albany.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Albany,
Western
right?
State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was another episode about Eastern State, I remember, and we did another one on Salem.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think talking about certain locations also would be awesome.
Yeah.
The paranormal bucket list.
Yes.
That's
I've
a
got that
good
one sitting in front of me.
episode.
Mm.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, for sure. But
We
The last person
2025
left was good too.
Yeah, we've got so much stuff. I mean, I'm just having a flick through here now. The Alaska Triangle, that was a good one. You know, the Bermuda Triangle, we've done that as well. Alien abductions, which leads us on to our friends over there at Orbis Paranormal. We had them on. You know, the abductee and the, I can't even recall it, CIA agent. I can't remember what we actually said.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Lala Bright.
Yes.
She's the abductee, and I forgot the gentleman's name, but yeah, that was an interesting one too.
It
can't forget
was,
that one.
and they're going to be coming back on the show as well, because it was originally Lala Bright, the abductee, that was going to be the sole purpose of the interview. But then when we started speaking with her partner and about some of the history that he has and some of the stuff that he knows, which he is very, very, very tight-lipped about it, but certainly let enough that could be publicly released, that we ended up talking with him more than we did with Lala. So we've actually said to Lala, we're bringing you back on and we're going to focus on you. Again, we just get so sidetracked with things that it can be very interesting sometimes where we go with things, and sometimes the places that we go that we don't expect to go are some of the better parts of the episodes. I don't know what's going on in Fernando's
I
mind
don't
at the
know.
moment.
Look, Fernando's a lost cause at the moment.
I am so sorry, you guys, but I just glanced over at the at the videos that we have here, and all I see is Jeremy with his pants down for the funny moments thumbnail.
That'd be Jeremy. That'd be
Do you
Jeremy.
expect anything less, really?
What you forget is I was there that day. Stood very
Oh my
close
God.
to a man with his pants down.
Jay told me to do it, and he reckoned I wasn't going to do it. So
He did
Hey, you
it.
did it.
He did it.
Hey,
lucky I was wearing underwear.
That's part of the
can't
reason
play
why I
truth
had
or
to.
dare with Jeremy.
That's part of the reason why I had to get
No.
a new lens for my camera.
Yeah, the lens was like, damn.
Yeah, never worked again after that. It's in lens therapy now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, yeah, go on.
I would like to, coming into the new year, I think I'd like to touch on different things and places people really haven't heard of.
Mm.
There's a few forests. You know, you say haunted forest, the first thing that comes to mind is in Japan.
Yep.
But then you've got places like Hoya Baku in Romania.
I think actually Barry Fitzgerald spoke a little bit about that place because there's a lake there, and it's a place that he said he would not care to ever go back to. And that's a pretty big claim.
You've got so many places like that. You've got the Crooked Forest, you've got the Eternal Flame Falls. There's a few like that that might get people's interest about those sort of.
And locally, we've got the Nangara Pines.
Yep. Well, you got Uluru as well.
Well, with a real huge disclaimer, like enter at your own risk, because unfortunately there are some that would, possibly even hear our podcast and be like, hey, you know what? Let's go to this place since they mentioned it. But a lot of these places, like you go in and you don't come out. So just you know, disclaimer.
Well, Jeremy's had the very sad misfortune of actually coming across a case like that.
Yeah, he went in and he finished where he wanted to finish and came back out in an ambulance with a bag over him.
You guys found him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, but yeah.
What do you do? Like, meh.
No, absolutely. You know,
It's just sad that there's people feel that there's no way of turning around or walking away from that situation.
yeah.
Phone a friend.
Yes, definitely.
Phone a friend.
Check
phone
if they're
a friend,
okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Way to go with the Christmas special.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happens. It happens, and it's something that everybody has to be aware of, and especially around this time of the year, it can really bring some of that sort of stuff out. So, definitely, as what Jeremy said, reach out to people. Don't take it on alone, because we don't want to see anybody else go that way. Sadly, it's always going to be around. But we can do our little bit to reach out to people. Hopefully,
message us.
Hits the right spot. Yeah, we'll talk crap to you. You know, we've got no shortage of stories to tell and things. So, but yeah, okay. Going on to live streaming and things like that. What's a memorable live stream for you guys?
The day Fernando rang up from his car.
2 for 2. I was just about to say that. The day I met you guys on the, I remember having a, I would say an interview with Gary before the live, and we ended up just talking for like 2 hours.
And that's what I mean. We can talk, man. We can talk. You know, when we cut this down into however long this video is going to be, because we're already well over our 30 minutes. It is going to be what it's going to be, and if we get the right sort of shows going where everything keeps going, I've got no problem with us kicking it out to a bit longer. You know, I think next year our shows are going to average between 30 minutes and an hour, because I know I've had to cut everybody short a few times because of the time format that we went with. But
look, Fernando, you think it's bad when we're in here and the way we talk? You should see it when we go to the Christmas lights and do stuff like that. It's just it's next level.
Man, I swear, I think we're gonna have to hire like a camera team for when we all get together, like really get together, like when I go out there. Well, just have people recording us 24/7, because that's gonna be.
I've got this here, right? I've got this here, right? Which is, I know. There's me big fluffy cat. It's a whole camera rig set up.
Videos for certain adult websites, and he's just holding the camera.
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
Just, you know, dangling the hairy thing in front of us like that.
Santa Claus is dunking his cookie.
My fluffy cat's floppy. No, that wouldn't be a very good video. That one, actually. No. Yeah. Well, that's another thing that we got doing over the Christmas break. Obviously, what Jeremy was just saying, we're going to go out looking at the Christmas lights like we do every year, and I'll take the camera and we'll do a little chat to everybody, just to wish everybody a proper right Merry Christmas and everything. And over that break, we're going to actually, I know it's not paranormal, but I'm going to shoot this. We're going to shoot a little short 10-minute movie kind of thing, just so we can practice different editing styles and things like that, because I want to take this into putting more content up where we're actually out on location. It's going to be a trial run for us, so there's a lot of exciting stuff coming next year. Hopefully the production level will go up a little bit. So, and speaking of which, one of the biggest changes of the year, what do you think of our new format? New logo, the new look, shadow files. I think it's a lot sexier than the old
Yes.
drabby red
yes.
and green. You know, I like this. And speaking of which, I'm getting some new t-shirts done with the shadow files across the front, so if anybody wants one, let us know in the comments and we'll sort that out. Yeah, I know, I've already promised him one, so he's gonna get one, but we'll have to wait until this next run, because the first run was the practice run with the shirts. I've worked out what I needed to do to make them better, so these ones are gonna be schmicky. They're gonna be super cool.
We'll have Fernando saying the shadow files on location.
I'm actually thinking about getting one made up specifically for Fernando, which has got the shadow files, and then right through the top of it,
Australia.
Fernando rant. He's got his own special shirt.
I'm telling you, I got a lot in here.
But yeah,
But I just noticed that our top video is with Ray Doherty.
it is.
But I just noticed that the second highest viewed is
the
the
Dogman.
Michigan Dogman
Yep.
that you guys did.
Yeah,
Really?
Wow.
it is. It's got
Yeah.
1.5K.
1.5K.
Yeah, 1,500 views.
Wow. Thank you, Rod. That was his idea.
Yeah, and that's from viewers saying, you know, we want to hear about this. We will do a show on it, and that's what we said we would do. So get those ideas into us. You know, some of the big shows, I mean, there's some other shows out there that I absolutely love watching, and they get a lot of their ideas from the viewers and stuff like that, and that's what we're after. We want to put content out there that you guys are actually interested in. So for us to do that, we actually have to know what you're interested in, you know, whether it be Yowies. I mean, the Yowie seems to be quite an interesting one because of the over 5,000 hits we've had on that video alone. So we will definitely be having Ray back on again early in the new year.
Maybe we should do one with Bigfoot.
He's a hard man to get hold of, is Mr. Bigfoot. So
Yeah.
it's hard to
yeah.
get a decent photo of him as well. He just doesn't seem to come across good on camera.
I think we'll have to have the fourth box with static, and we'll have a voice changer for him.
Yeah, and we'll have to do something about his voice because he's very yelpy, and he certainly won't be in the studio because he won't fit. He'll put a hole in the roof. But yes, I was actually thinking about reaching out to the Bigfoot Research Organization in America and see if they had somebody who wants to come on and have a bit of a chat about some of the sightings, because you guys have a hell of a lot of sightings over there of different Bigfoot. Obviously, lots of different levels. Like they classify them. I used to every lunchtime be reading their different stories, and there's some corkers out there, and of course they all get investigated as well.
Well, Bigfoot's now got his concealed carry, and because of the size of him, you can have an AR-15.
Yeah. Hey.
I don't want to know where he's concealed it.
If his finger could fit in the hole.
Oh, that sounds so wrong, man. Seriously, did you just say that?
Yeah, he did.
He said that.
Fernando, how about you go visit him and tell us?
Lube it up a little bit, and all you get there. Oh. Man.
Oh man.
Merry Christmas.
You know, the to pull the trigger.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
that
she
hand
said.
action probably wasn't the best either. And now we just found out Fernando's drinking out of an empty cup.
Yeah, unfortunately my coffee finished, and I went to just take a little more.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit more. That was none there. Oh wow.
It was empty.
Actually, I'm having another flick through some of these things, right? Some of the stories we've done, demonology and like poltergeist and things like that. We don't want to go too far back, but time travel. We've done that a couple of times. That's a good one. And there's one that I did way back, which was phone calls from the dead. And the old phantom phone call phenomenon. Wow. 3 Ps. That's very interesting stuff. As well as actually having guests on who are developing some very new tech, which Jeremy had the opportunity to talk with that guy again a couple of weeks ago, and he has taken what he already had to the next level. So that's some sensational stuff coming up.
We'll have to get him back on very soon.
Yeah.
when he's got a moment, because he has been in so much production at the moment that he hasn't got time to do much else but sleep and produce.
That's it. Now, to give you guys who've got your own teams out there a bit of an idea how cool some of this stuff is. I don't know if he's still doing it now, but he made the offer to us that a lot of the cases for the equipment that he's putting together, he 3D prints himself, and he will customize them specifically to your team, even to yourself. The color, the design, put your name in there, and then when the screen starts up, even as your team's logo and things like that pop up as well. So
obviously it's a little bit more than standard, but yeah,
it costs you a little bit more than standard, but you're getting something now that nobody else on the planet's got. So this
we know how much people like taking paranormal equipment.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, the amount of stuff that has disappeared from our collection over the years, and Fernando has stories that he's smiling and saying, "Just shut up."
Fernando loves taking equipment.
He's shocking.
Apparently so. Jesus Christ.
Well, that actually,
that
leads into our pineapple series, which we're not going to go into that too much, but that's when we start calling out people who are causing problems in the paranormal field. And I know Jax and John love to have a chat about that as well.
Well, Jax was very happy with the idea we had last time we spoke with her. So
well, that's going to happen soon as well. So
I can't wait.
We'll have to arrange that.
So for sure, with the pineapple series, there are 3 parts, and we've had many people talk on this
other shows.
Pineapple.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we're talking about paranormal groups and locations. Talking about this. So yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was you that was saying that other shows had actually picked up on our pineapple episode and said things on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for sure, we should try and get back into some drama.
Drama works.
We've got just a person.
For sure.
Yep.
Because people like drama.
We do. And why did I say we? I mean, yes, we do. And I've just said it again. Wow. I'm just having a sticky.
I don't like pushing gossip about anyone, but I'm happy to listen to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And is it really gossip when things are true?
It's not. It's not gossip. It's just reality.
Now another show
and
that we sorry, yeah, go on, finish that.
No, I was gonna say, and it's I would consider that more as awareness than gossip.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, good. We'll use that.
Doing it in good faith.
Yeah, another show that we did, which is interesting. Well, a few shows that we've done that are interesting. And this is one that my beautiful wife was involved in. That's Past Lives and Reincarnation. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, definitely go back and have a look at that. Now, Lynn's done a couple of episodes with us, and she's definitely wanting to come back and do some more. So we're still trying to work out which one she wants to do, because we've got so many different topics, but when the time comes to actually record them, sometimes we don't have all the information that we need to put the right stuff out there, so we just put them on hold for a bit. And yeah,
do you know how I was reaching out to Mr. Greer?
Yes.
It got shut down.
Oh.
Yeah.
Buzzkill.
Oh, hey, look, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Because if it was a yes, who could say they've had, what small podcast can say they've had Stephen Greer on their show?
Yeah, definitely.
But, we'll try again in about 6 months' time.
Well, funny enough, because of it, yes. Because of
you think I'm joking for now?
Well, no, I'm serious. You look at all the issues that I had with scheduling for the Ben Hansen episode. That took over 2 years to get that to happen, but it happened because we kept working at it. Now,
well, how long were you talking to Graham Phillips for trying to get that done?
Well, it wasn't as long. That was probably 3 to 6 months, that one. But again, a lot of these people, because they're so busy, they need to allocate their time properly, you know. And we're starting to get to the point where we're getting some good people come through on the show, and it's hopefully going to get a little bit easier to get some of the bigger names coming through. So there's a few names that have been splashed around. I know Joe Frankie was going to have a word with John Zaffis and the Haunted Collector, and he has a wealth of experience, you know, the Haunting in Connecticut case and a lot of that stuff, working with Ed and Lorraine Warren, who he is actually related to.
Isn't Baggins with Zaffis at the moment, or doing something to do with the collection?
No, what's happened is Frodo Baggins has actually ripped off the Haunted Museum that John Zaffis started up. Well, the Warrens originally started up, and John Zaffis now, it's sort of his baby. But yes, that's a whole other kind of controversial video, because he said he wanted to catch up and do some stuff at the Haunted Museum of the Warrens, and John agreed for him to come in, you know, just to have a look around. Apparently he turned up with a whole camera crew and video crew, took a whole load of photos, videos, and then just buggered off. And then what you find out later on, all of these videos and bits and pieces, one, some pretty cool photos for him for his own publicity, but two, it's so that he could see how to set it all up. And then he started up his Haunted Museum. I think it's in Vegas somewhere. So, but what I
really expect nothing less.
But from what I've heard, he doesn't even own most of the artifacts that are in there. It's either on loan or he's got some arrangement with the people that own them to show them. So it's not even his stuff.
You know, I actually went to the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I went during the time when I was a fan.
Yeah.
But now, you know, it's
So okay, so you went when you're a fan, right? How much of how cool it was because of the fact that you were a fan, and how much was it cool because of what was actually in there?
I still like the experience because it was pretty cool. But honestly, I felt like I was in a TV show. Like I thought we were all being recorded for like a prop, because the people in our group, you know, because it's like a tour around the whole place, and then the people in our group, I swear we've had the couples in the group, you know, the one that gets slaughtered in every movie. We had the couples, then we had the tough guy, then we had all of these different characters, and I'm just walking around with my brother, and I'm like, I think we're being recorded. Something's gonna happen. Some Joe Schmo kind of stuff.
Ew.
But yeah.
Do we try and hit a home run for a guest and just go straight for Neil deGrasse Tyson?
God damn.
You want to reach out, dude? Go for it.
What's the worst you can say? No.
Well, that's it. That's it at the end of the day, you know. I mean, technically the worst he can say is nothing. You don't get any response, but that happens with a lot of people, you know.
It does. I've had it happen several times.
You know, I've reached out to several who we haven't heard back from, but we are starting to get people responding, and while it's not always in our favor, eventually it will be.
But it's those names where you're like, we haven't got a hope in hell, and then it's like, he said yes. Hang on, they said yes. And there's a little dance that goes on with it.
Well, there's a few other ideas that I've got for shows where it may not necessarily be a paranormal guest that's coming on, but it will be somebody that many people know who have paranormal or spooky stories to share. And they will be very, very, very interesting if we can get a couple of those to say yes. Not at the moment, but I'm still working on it.
That's that whole linking thing as well. Like, you get one guest that's got a decent name, and they go, "Hey, these guys are great,"
Yeah.
and it just builds and builds.
And this is it. You know, like I said, with the shows that we got with different groups coming back on, we've actually built a relationship up with these people. And I'm talking about not just through the shadow files, but we will chat.
Outside of it.
We will chat separate to that. You know, we'll video chat. We'll text chat. You know, and it's not all paranormal. It's like I said, you guys with John playing your phasmophobia, whatever it's called, and different things like that. You know what I mean? We're building a community, and that's, again, little sideways step here is why I created the Paranormal Collective, which is a group on Facebook where any team can join in. You know, any people can join in. You can share your videos. I'm not one of these people, like, if you've got a group and you go onto YouTube and you put your videos up and then you want to share them on Facebook in a group, a lot of groups will say, nah, you can't share, you can't spam or anything like that. I've got no problem with you sharing stuff on the Paranormal Collective page. The only thing is just keep it to one a day and don't continually do the same video over and over again, because I've had to remove some where they've posted the same video 10 times. And I go, you don't need to, you put it up there once, you know. But yeah, that's open to anybody, and if you want to get your stuff out there for people to have a look at and have a chat with, you know, it's a great little thing. We don't have very many people on that either, but that keeps it good. But the more the merrier. And I think we're just about, well, we've hit an hour now, so
Oh damn!
there's that thing again. Fernando, do you want to give a plug out to all your channels and socials so that everybody can find you?
For sure. My YouTube channel is Strangers Minds. TikTok is Real Strangers Minds, and everything else is Strangers Minds on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X. And I do. I have my own investigations up there and reaction videos to paranormal content. So
That's
sure.
Minds with a Z at the end.
Yes,
Minds. Yes.
that's it.
Yes. Gotta throw
And
some, you know.
yeah, Jeremy, have you got any of your Discord channels or anything like that you want to plug away? No.
That's private.
No, the Shadow Files is it. That's about it.
Yeah, well, we have the Shadow
Discord
Files and we
server.
have the West Australian Paranormal Researchers, so show some love, join up on our Facebook pages. Obviously, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel.
You can find links somewhere around here.
Yeah. Probably down the, that looks wrong, down below. With the little jolly man with his white
tea's warm.
I don't know. The craziness is starting. This is the Christmas spirit. Let's just go loopy. But
Man, it's nothing out of the ordinary, really.
no, not for us. Not in one bit. Anybody who has bared with us throughout the year knows exactly what we're like, and we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys, and we hope to see you all again early in the new year. And we hope you have a fantastic Christmas, a safe Christmas, and you make it to the next year to come back and join in. So same to you guys. It's all gone quiet now. They don't know what to say.
No, I thought Jeremy said something.
Yeah, I said, ooh, piece of candy.
Well, I did
Just
have a
like
nice
Jeremy.
little. I did have a nice spin out, but you two bloody ruined it. I don't know.
You know what this is?
Yes, it's the world's smallest violin or foreskin. I don't know which one you're going with, but
Well, this is probably going to get cut out now. Hey, Fernando. Well, since it's getting cut out, let's just do it anyway. Hey, Fernando, what do you call a cheap circumcision?
oh god.
A rip-off.
You get what you pay for.
All right, we are going on that. We are not letting this go into any further state of debauchery. So have a good Christmas, everybody. See you all next year.
Yeah.
See ya.